That's okay. I'll move on. I don't want you to call to drop. Okay.
I got you. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You know, I believe that's all I have on this count. Reserve right for redirect.
All right, go ahead, Attorney
Thank you.
Lewis.
Did I understand your name, your last name to be Don?
Yes, sir.
Is that still Delta Oscar November?
No, ma'am. No, sir. Delta Alpha November Hotel.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Don, are you a patrolman, FTL, corporal, sergeant, detective? What?
Patrolman with the Forest Park Police Department, sir.
Understood. Understood. Madam Prosecutor asked you a bunch of questions. Some of them I'm going to go back over for clarity's sake. Let's start with the first. You're with Forest Park. I just understood you to say this occurred within the city of Forest Park.
Yes, sir.
And this area of Forest Park is within Clayton County?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the persons that you um, spoke with as witnesses and you identified as witnesses, they were maintenance workers of the apartment complex?
Yes, sir.
And what are their names, sir?
Mr. Envel, and if I can refer to my report, I'm gonna give them their exact names as well.
I have no objections to it. Madam Prosecutor? Okay. Take by her silence. She has no objection to it either.
Mr. Ennis and Mr. Levi.
I got it. Ennis and Levi, correct?
Yes, sir.
And as I understood, were there to revitalize the apartment complex. Is that what I understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So what they're doing is they're currently trying to fix the apartment complex all up because of the nature of the apartment complex is pretty bad currently. And so they're trying to
Mhm.
fix everything back up.
Okay. So this particular place, H3, I believe it is. Am I correct on that?
Yes, sir.
H3 is not leased to anyone. Is my understanding correct?
Yes, sir. Correct.
All right, wonderful. Now, I heard you to say that you found glass on the ground. Where on the ground, sir? Inside the unit or outside the unit?
Both inside and outside the unit.
Both.
So pretty much, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I got you. And Madam Prosecutor asked you about your in essence your observations concerning the person who you detained at the time's hands. What observations did you make about his hands? Were there any abnormalities that you observed?
I did not observe his hand, sir.
Mhm. You didn't observe his hands at all?
No, sir, I did not.
Oh, okay. So when you approached him, how close did you get?
Uh, I was I was the one who put handcuffs on him initially,
Uh,
but we was holding two plastic bags, one with pillows, one with clothing. Asked him to put the bags down, and then I put handcuffs on him. After I put handcuffs on him, another unit arrived immediately, not more than maybe 2 seconds behind me, and then I handed him
uh,
over to the other unit.
so you didn't, in essence, get to do a Terry frisk.
No, sir, I did not. But I did
Understood.
hand it over to the other unit in order to.
For them to take over, take control of him.
Yes, sir.
Any blood coming from his hands or on your person?
I did not observe that. No, sir.
All right, and you. So I asked you a compound question. I'm assuming that now, and you tell me if I'm correct, that you did not observe any blood coming from his hands, correct?
I did not observe that. No, sir.
And as a result of that, you also had no blood on your person. That was the other part, correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Great. Wait just a second, please. All right, Judge, if you'll give me a moment to speak with my client, please.
Right.
With your permission, I'm going to go into that breakout room. I think I still have access.
Uh, yes.
All
They're
right.
in
Thank you, Judge.
drawing room 2.
Judge, we're back. If you can confirm that my client is back, I'm going to go ahead and continue my examination, cross-examination of Officer Don.
All right, go ahead.
Officer Don, the maintenance people said that they saw the individual that you detained break the glass.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Did they say how he broke the glass?
They said he punched the glass.
And as a result of punching the glass broke, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The door was not, prior to him punching it, already broken?
The glass door, they did not state that. No, sir.
Okay. And I'm being very specific here because of what you testified to.
Yes, sir.
They were there to do what kind of maintenance in that unit?
So from conversations with them, they were speaking that they were there to fix up the unit. They didn't specifically say what kind.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I asked the question the way I did, officer, because you're not describing what you talked about as far as the physical appearance, in essence, lack of blood or anything dripping from the person's hand, that he doesn't bear any of the evidence. Is this some kind of special glass that doesn't cut people?
Not that I know of. No, sir.
Okay. All right. Is the amount of glass that you saw on the ground consistent with what would be necessary to complete the door?
I believe so. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Did the individuals, Mr. Ennis and Mr. Levi, did they provide you with any video of their encounter with the person in the apartment?
No, sir. They did not.
Okay. When you looked around the outside of the unit or the inside of the unit, did you observe any cameras that could have taken a picture of the unit?
No, sir.
Okay. Did Mr. Levi or Mr. Ennis tell you how the individual that they encountered inside gained access to the unit?
They didn't tell me exactly how. No, sir.
Okay. All right. Did you see any other evidence of unlawful or lawful entry into that particular unit?
Entry wise, no, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay. And I heard Madam Prosecutor ask this question, but I don't remember what your answer is. So let me ask it again. I know that your body camera was active. Did you preserve what you got from your body camera?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And who is the owner of this apartment complex?
The owner believed the
If you're speaking, Officer Don, I can't hear you. It may be me or it may be you.
Actually, looks like it's frozen.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Officer, can you hear us? Officer Don. I think he's frozen. Oh, great. Officer, you know what? I'm going to try to call him.
All right.
Judge, I did this for him, but it looks like he's dropped off completely now. Can anyone hear me?
And
Yes.
Attorney Lewis, did you have any further questions for him?
Yeah, I just want questions only about his conversation with the person that he detained, Judge. That was it. And then we would have
Well,
been
I
at the very.
guess we'll be on hold until he comes back.
I left him a message, Judge, but I'm thinking he's using his phone. He might have ran out of charge, actually.
Okay, all right, I'll be on hold a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, he's coming. I just let him back in. Somewhere. Oh, don't tell me he dropped off again.
Sorry about that. I
It's
apologize.
okay. He's there. No.
All righty, you may continue.
All right, Officer Don. Don,
Yes, sir.
thank you again, sir. Sorry about that. When you
Yes, sir.
conversed with the person that you detained, did you tell him that he had been accused of breaking the glass?
I did not tell him that specifically. No, sir.
Okay, so did he volunteer any information about the glass?
Not about the glass.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, officer.
Yes, sir.
Any redirect?
Very briefly, Your Honor, let me double check my notes. I might not have anything. Oh, okay. Officer, when the door was broken, did the maintenance workers advise as to what were they doing?
They were currently inside the apartment complex itself, fixing the kitchen, I believe, but they didn't advise me exactly what part of the kitchen they were fixing.
Okay, when you say apartment complex, do you mean the unit that ended up with the broken door or another unit?
Yes, ma'am. The unit that was with the broken door.
Were they standing in that kitchen? Is that right there where the sliding door is?
Yes, ma'am.
So they saw him through the door?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is that they were able to confirm it was the same person they saw earlier that day inside of the same apartment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, that's all I have.
All right, closing arguments?
I'll reserve.
Judge, I have a recall to the
Okay.
officer. So if the door is right there in the kitchen, did they tell you the condition of the door prior to the young man punching it?
They stated that it was a new door.
It was a new door. All right, great.
Yes, sir.
And were they the ones to install the door?
Yes, sir.
And they had completed the install?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now earlier I asked you a question, but the machine dropped you while you were answering it. Who is the owner of that apartment?
I believe the owner is a group or association. Unsure of the name exactly, but I know the apartment complex name is the Forest Villas Apartments.
Let me repeat that back. Forest Villas Apartment.
I believe so. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. And I want to clarify something that Madam Prosecutor asked. I understood you earlier to say that the entire apartment complex was under renovation. Is that incorrect?
That is incorrect. Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's only some units that they are there to revitalize. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I'm with you. All right, thank you. No further questions, Judge.
All right. Closing arguments?
I'll reserve to the end, Your Honor.
All right, closing arguments, Attorney Lewis?
Yeah, Judge, we submit based on what you've got. There's no other way to get a different ruling at the same.
All righty, based on the evidence presented, I do find it sufficient probable cause to bind this charge over to the county that's.
I think you said the Superior Court of Clayton County, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Cut out a little bit, Judge, that's all.
Oh, okay, yes, Superior Court.
All right, thank you, Judge. Judge, I
Thank
believe
you.
that concludes my business before the court. May I be excused?
Certainly.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a great one.
You
And what
too.
do we have remaining?
There's supposed to be a hearing on Mr. Rogers' case, Your Honor, but that officer has not logged on as yet. Officer Don, you're free to go. Thank you so much. You can go.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Appreciate
done.
it.
Thank
Um,
you.
Mr. Rogers' case is supposed to be a hearing. That's of Joe or Joe or Jose, I think is the correct name. That officer has not logged on yet. We're still holding on Dennis Taylor, who is Brandon Lewis's client. Mr. Lewis hasn't logged on yet. And let's see, is there anybody else? And I think those two might be the last two.
All right, so
Well, Judge, I'm asking for another dismissal. I would again ask the court
wait a minute, I can't hear you. Say that one more time.
I said I'm asking for a dismissal on Mr. Juarez's case, Judge. Again, we have, the state doesn't have a witness.
Wait a minute, what was the last name?
I think
Oh,
the calendar
Jose. Okay.
yeah, the calendar has
It's
a
kind
date.
of messed up on the calendar.
Oh, okay.
But yes, ma'am, Judge, like I said, I'm asking for a dismissal again. The state doesn't have that witness. There's been no, explanation offered. And I understand ADA Thomas ain't the one who can give herself the explanation. But at the end of the day, there's still there needs to be some accountability for the executive branch, be it from the highest levels to the county levels. They don't have their witness. I don't know what the basis is to continue depriving. I don't know what the basis is to continue depriving Mr. Juarez of his rights. But they don't have their witness.
And what was the reason for here again?
The officer is not present in court. I have reached out to him. I will bring to the court's attention, this is 2 counts of trafficking marijuana. This is the first time on the court's calendar, and it's my understanding that this gentleman has an ICE hold, so he's not going anywhere anyway. I'm not sure how the court feels about that, but
There's 2 things I'd like to say about that, Judge. For one, that's bogus in and of itself that there's 2 counts when we're talking about one incident of trafficking alleged. So the idea that he has 2 counts that this officer hadn't even shown up to justify this overcharging that he's done, I don't think that weighs in his favor. Additionally, if ICE wants to deal with him, that's fine. ICE can deal with him, but that's not a reason to deny his rights here when the executive branch has not offered any reason for not having their witness.
All right, this is the first time on the calendar. I am going to continue it one time to July 21st. I did not consider whether or not ICE had a hold on him. All right, so it's continued to 7/21.
thank you.
Thank
And
you.
the last one, Your Honor, is going to be Dennis Taylor. That's Mr. Brandon Lewis's case.
And so what about Payne again? What were we doing on Payne?
That was Mr. Rogers' reset.
Oh, okay. That was going to be a continuance?
Yes, Your Honor. To
Okay.
go with his other cases on the 21st is what I have. Mr. Rogers, you still here?
That's not the one he wanted on the 23rd, right?
It
No,
is the one that's on the 23rd.
Or the 23rd, okay.
It's 23rd, not 21st?
Yes, I remember
Yes.
asking, yes,
He
okay.
already has 3 charges on the 23rd calendar, so we're adding them to that.
And then what about Mr. Taylor? I know that was supposed to be Brandon Lewis case.
Yes,
Didn't
ma'am.
get in contact with Attorney Lewis, Your Honor.
Say that again?
I was unable to get in contact with Attorney Lewis.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to continue him to 7/21. If you could send Attorney Lewis correspondence letting him know that he had a person on the calendar today.
Yes, Your Honor.
You know, I'll try to email him. Sometimes he'll go ahead and respond with whatever he needs to do. It's a possibility he may resolve this one before that date.
Okay. And so I'm going to Sarakas Jones. Just hold on that one. Looks like they tried to amend it and never recalled the last ones. So I need to go in here and dismiss and figure this out.
So does the court want us just to leave? I think that I had written down for some reason, reset to the 25th.
Yeah,
Do
he
you
was
wanna just-
already, he's already there.
So,
But one of the charges there need to be dismissed. It should only be rioting, violence in the mental. It should, violence in a
Yeah.
penal institution is what
I
it
guess-
should be. And is that 1966, 2025, 1966?
I don't think it's 1966, Judge. No, hold on one second. I wrote it on my calendar.
Okay.